Hey there, welcome to another video. In this video, I will be breaking down the gameplay from yesterday's Grand Finals at EVO. The purpose of this will be to explain the gameplay, what's kind of the fundamentals for those people who might not be familiar with fighting games and high level of gameplay that you'd see in this tournament. So at key points in the match, I will be stopping and explaining what makes the play so good. So this is between VoiD and NAKAT, and RoseJ and Mirrorman. So you can see the instant the match starts, NAKAT, who is the Wonder Woman, puts a buff on their team, and this allows them to rush in and get the first hit on Velma. Both teams are really making a point of staying close to one another. They're not playing just one-on-ones. They're really trying to synergize. So as you can see there, as soon as Bugs Bunny and Velma had the opportunity to get them separated, they really tried to take advantage of that. So right now you can see that VoiD, the Tom and Jerry, and NAKAT, the Wonder Woman, both have a weakened debuff on them. So to resolve this, NAKAT uses his ability to remove the debuffs and also regain positioning. So if you pay attention to what VoiD's doing here with his jab, he's locking Velma in place with the hits so that NAKAT can follow up with his down air. You can see here, as soon as Bugs Bunny starts to get a combination, Velma disengages with Tom and Jerry and goes to help out the combo on Wonder Woman. And here, as soon as Velma is too far away from Bugs Bunny, the momentum switches so that both Tom and Jerry and Wonder Woman are pursuing Bugs Bunny, and this ends up with them getting their second kill of the game. So the edgeguarding capitalization by red team here is very, very impressive. So as we can see here, Bugs Bunny knocks Wonder Woman off with the forward air, proceeds to throw the pie at Tom and Jerry, and then is followed up with the flashlight by Velma, and that gets both of the blue team members off. So this is a really unfortunate interaction for red team. I think it ultimately cost them the game. So as we can see here, Velma is going to pick up her piece of evidence. If she would have pressed down special just a little bit faster, she would have been able to call the police car, but instead she gets hit by a forward air by Wonder Woman, who proceeds to miss the edge guard because Velma dodges out of it, but that is covered by a projectile from Tom and Jerry right here, and that gets the kill against Velma and puts them at match point. So I think this is also a really important interaction to point out. So here, Bugs Bunny realizes that Velma lost the stock and there's no point in going into a 2-on-1 that he is very likely to lose, so he retreats until Velma respawns. And here it's pretty apparent that Bugs Bunny is about one hit away from dying, so he begins to play more defensively, hiding around off stage, kind of just throwing projectiles and letting Velma do most of the work, because he knows if he gets hit by anything big or substantial, that will end the game. Blue team also knows this, and they target Bugs Bunny. They end up taking the stock and winning the first game. So this game starts off the same way, with blue team providing themselves with a buff and a shield. This is another important interaction to watch, so as we can see here, Velma is knocked off stage by Wonder Woman, at which point Bugs Bunny notices this and runs towards Wonder Woman to stop her from edgeguarding Velma. Velma also puts out a hitbox with up air, and this is most likely to challenge the perception that Wonder Woman would come with a down air. So here Wonder Woman does a pretty good job of getting rid of Velma's stock. So Velma here is putting out a neutral air, and this has cooldown, which is capitalized by the lasso, which is aimed diagonally up. So immediately after this, Bugs Bunny is hit by a projectile with Tom and Jerry, which proceeds to lead to an edge guard, in which he loses his stock. So as we can see here, he's hit by the projectile, dodges out of the down air from Wonder Woman, then he's hit by the down air from Tom and hit with a cork from Jerry, which explains why he goes diagonally down. And then there's a successful down air from Wonder Woman when he tries to recover, and Velma can't get there in time. So we can see here that Wonder Woman overextends, and this costs her the stock. So she goes off stage after Velma to try to get a stock, runs off with down air, overextends, and then is punished by Velma's down air with no chance to escape. So you can see here that Tom and Jerry and Wonder Woman have got kind of aggressive, and because they've been so aggressive, this pattern has been pretty easy to pick up on by Bugs and Velma. So as soon as they expect that aggression to continue, Bugs puts his rocket up there, and Tom and Jerry run right into it. So when Velma is knocked off stage, she tends to use the flashlight. This pattern is noticed and it is punished by Wonder Woman. See, she does it, dodges, tries it again, and then the lasso comes out and takes the stock. Blue team's aggression ends up in them getting punished again. Wonder Woman jumps straight into the rocket, which probably could have been avoided. As soon as Blue team has the advantage, they go to punish Bugs Bunny, and that takes the stock. So as we can see here, Wonder Woman jumps off to try to chase Bugs Bunny, resets her jump on the stage. Bugs Bunny has essentially wasted all of the resources, tries to challenge with forward air, but that is beat out by the disjoint of Wonder Woman's forward air. This entire sequence is really well played by Red Team. Results in both KOs of both of the Blue Team by Velma with down air. Bugs Bunny has his safe out. Velma interacts with this to continue advancing towards Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry are knocked off stage. Wonder Woman is still on stage and knocks Velma off stage. Velma uses up special instantly to recover. Tom and Jerry briefly gets back on stage. Both members of Blue Team are hit by forward air of Velma, who then runs off instantly to use down air to knock down Wonder Woman, and then immediately uses down air on Tom and Jerry, getting both stocks. What Velma does here is pretty interesting and very intelligent. So Velma runs into the rabbit hole. When she sees that Bugs Bunny is being targeted by both opponents, she uses that to teleport and then to defend as well as get Tom and Jerry off stage. Here we see Velma making excellent use of Bugs Bunny's safe again, which ultimately results in a KO. So here, hits the safe with the forward air. Bugs follows up on Tom and Jerry's dodge with an up air once Tom and Jerry are already close to the blast zone. And then Red Team proceeds to really try to bully and juggle Wonder Woman, because they are on match point right now, so they know that if they can take her stock, they have this game, and at this point it does look very much in their favor. Wonder Woman is essentially the only target at this point. This aggression was perhaps a little bit reckless by Red Team, as after a series of forward airs, Velma is left off stage without any resources to recover. So because VoiD and NAKAT were coming in from loser's side, this means that they have to win 2 sets in grand finals instead of just 1. So essentially both of them are playing from the loser side of the bracket at this point. So the winner of this set will win the tournament overall. It does seem at the beginning of this game that red team is becoming a little bit more aggressive and reckless, as the game has somewhat devolved into more of a one-on-one scenario, 2 simultaneous one-on-ones instead of a more cohesive 2 versus 2 match by red team in particular. So further to my point about the aggression and the one-on-ones, we can see here that red team is on their last stock and that Bugs Bunny is at a very high percent. So he tries to go after Wonder Woman with a series of forward airs, which does get him the stock. He needs to play a much more risky game if he's going to pull something off, as they are 3 stocks down. So he recovers here with the rocket, throws the pie to give him a little bit more of an approach option, sees that Wonder Woman has been hit, whiffs the up special, sees that she's went off stage after being hit, hits her one more time with the forward air, runs off again with another forward air, but misses, but then he uses a forward air again, which knocks her into the stage because of its lingering hitbox. She bounces off of the stage and then into the blast zone, which does get him the stock. Now the stocks are even, but Bugs Bunny is still at a very high percent, so he must play evasive if he wants to clutch out this game. He's letting Velma do the majority of the work, retreating, going for small certain amounts of damage, really avoiding any up air that would kill him, but unfortunately Tom hits him with a slingshot and there goes the game. So we can see here that they have switched off of Velma and to Arya. Arya is much faster, but unfortunately she is the lightest character in the game, so that means she will die significantly earlier, but they wanted to try it out because after losing 4 games in a row, they clearly needed to try something different. So that was unfortunate right there. If you saw that, Arya went for the dagger throw, and because the dagger was off stage, as soon as that happened, she chased after the dagger, which was already on its way to the blast zone, and that knocked her out. Probably the most unfortunate part about this is when she missed yet another dagger throw. This is a key part of her toolkit, and if she can't pull this off, she doesn't really have as many openings. So red team is separated and there's an opportunity to kill both of them, and what VoiD does here is incredibly smart. He shoots up Jerry into the air, and when Jerry is falling, he spikes Arya directly down. And blue team never has to give up their positioning during any of this, so they are still ready to fight Bugs Bunny when he comes back onto stage. So the movement here by red team is very crisp. It's meant to mix up the blue team and is actually kind of hard to follow, so I'll try to break it down. So we have Bugs Bunny using his forward air, dodging, hopping into the rabbit hole, jumping to the other side of the stage, both of them jumping out of the smoke, Bugs launching a rocket to cover them. Then after that we have both of them teleport to the other side. Through the rabbit hole, Arya and Bugs both hop back to the other side through the rabbit hole again. Arya throws her dagger out of the smoke. It goes to the other side, and then she teleports with her dagger. Now both of them are enraged because the dagger was on Bugs. Then Bugs uses an up special, and that hits Wonder Woman and almost gets the KO. Then Arya tries to follow up, jumps back into the rabbit hole to catch where they're coming out, and hits them both with a forward slash. Bugs jumps in with a forward air, and they do gain a little bit of positional advantage at that point. Unfortunately, it's still not enough, and blue team still has the advantage. And with a side special, NAKAT does take the stock off of Arya. Final game. You can see in the first couple seconds of this game that Tom and Jerry are actually using more projectiles than they probably had in any other previous game. Whether that's through the dynamite or the tennis balls. It's the last game, they're probably trying to overwhelm red team just through sheer volume. That way they can continue approaching with a lot of aggression. They want to close this before red team can get any sort of momentum. Blue team does a pretty good job of keeping red team separated. Tom and Jerry has a one-on-one with Bugs Bunny there and takes the stock off the top. And then Wonder Woman takes the stock off the top off of Arya, and they're up by 2. So the interaction that takes the stock off of Wonder Woman here is actually kind of surprising. So basically, we can see that Wonder Woman is on stage here, is missing an air dodge read against Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny manages to come hit Wonder Woman with a forward air and then an up special and takes the stock relatively early. And then Arya simultaneously takes the stock against Tom and Jerry, so it's technically even. So here VoiD uses Tom and Jerry's dynamite perk, hits it with the racket. This hits both Arya and Bugs Bunny and provides Wonder Woman an opportunity to follow up on that. And then VoiD is able to take Arya's stock with the tennis ball, leaving Bugs Bunny at a very high percent and being the main target of blue team once again. Blue team continues to chase after Bugs Bunny until eventually VoiD gets Tom and Jerry's up air and wins the tournament with that. Congratulations to VoiD and NAKAT. I really did believe that they were going to win this tournament right from the beginning, so I'm happy to see that my prediction was correct. If you do like this type of content, please let me know. If there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. And also, if you wouldn't mind, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Thank you for watching. I know this was a longer video.